Hello, Patriots. This is Tracy Dever, and I am a geometry teacher at White House Heritage High School, in case you are unfamiliar with me. And I would like to welcome you to what some of the teachers have decided to do with their People's Choice Award recipients this year. We apologize, first of all, that we are unable to do an award ceremony for People's Choice Awards as we normally would. And some teachers have decided to do a video of their speech to their recipient. Other teachers have decided to recognize their student in some other way. But what you're about to watch is those teachers that have decided to record themselves doing their speech for their recipient. So I hope that you'll enjoy this. And I also hope that you will remember, and as a parent, I hope that you realize that these are not academic awards, these are awards for character. And as a parent of a student at White House Heritage High School, to me, I feel like this is far above and beyond any kind of academic award that a student could be bestowed. So, without further ado, I will do my recipient speech. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. That's a quote by C.S. Lewis. And the student that I am honoring for my People's Choice Award this year is a quiet leader full of integrity. She always does everything asked of her with the best attitude. She lends help to her peers when they ask, and even when they are too shy to ask. She's a student that I always felt would be a help and a positive peer tutor to anyone that I might connect her with. She did not always get all the praise she deserved, but I was always watching and noticing and appreciating her integrity. Katie White, you are amazing. And that is why you are my People's Choice Award winner for 2019 and
Hello, I'm
2020.
Dr. Haas at
Congratulations.
White House Heritage High School, the principal, and I want to give my People's Choice Award speech, please. Throughout my career as an educator, I've witnessed good and bad changes in students. Watching a student grow academically, physically, spiritually, and mentally is always rewarding for teachers. However, there are times when you're unsure if a student truly understands the impact they can make on the world if they decide to be kind and work hard. My People's Choice goes to a student that has figured this out. He's on the right path, he is kind, he works hard, and always has a smile on his face. I'm honored to announce my People's Choice Award goes to
As I
Mr.
posted
Derek
about this young
Spain.
man being a service learner for my fourth block class, I was thrilled. Not only did he speak Spanish, he was willing and happy to do everything I asked him to. He helped with everything from checking my mailbox to tutoring in geometry. He always made my students feel welcome, comfortable, played games with them. He is an awesome young man with a unique ability of helping others find their way in the English language, all the while making them feel like they belong. That is rare. Thank you, Omar Jimenez.
Hey, Axe Champion, I've got a message for you. Things have not always been easy, I know. Sometimes you wanted to take the easy route. After all, anything to lessen the ever-pressing angst will be worth it, right? Yet I looked on, lending gentle blandishment, watching as you gained strength, little by little, one step at a time. From needing support to being supported and sharing your light. I am privileged to have been a recipient of your support, although you did not have a clue. You were a great instrument of encouragement at a moment that I least expected it, yet so direly needed it. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify the Father which is in heaven. Matthew 5:14-16. This is just one reason why you, Alex, are my Roaring Twenties People's Choice. Keep shining. All the best to you.
Hi, I'm Uriel Barnett and I teach Algebra 2. This year, my People's Choice Award goes to one of the hardest working students I have had this year. He's eager to learn and he always asks questions. I met him last year when I was filling in for another teacher. This student told me he was not very good at math. I have come to discover this year in Algebra 2, however, that he was surprisingly mistaken. And hopefully he has too. Sometimes there are just those kids that make each day brighter. The day that John Henderson stayed after class to tell me thank you for teaching him algebra will always be one of the top days of my career. So thank you, John, for your willingness to learn and for all of your hard work. I hope I've made a difference for you this year also. My People's Choice Award this year goes to Jonathan.
I'm Tom Beesley, and I teach digital art and design here at White House Heritage. When searching for a word to describe my People's Choice recipient, several came to mind, but I settled on the word energetic. If you look in the dictionary, Webster's, Funkin' Wagnalls, or any other, among the definitions are the words full of life and forceful. That doesn't say force of nature, but that could be among the ideas that describe this young lady. She's been active. Just ask anybody she's talked to about joining the Heritage Skills USA chapter. She's also industrious. Okay, math's not something she's crazy about tackling, but whatever it is, she always puts her best effort forward. That includes reminding her chapter advisor to be sure he sends in an announcement about our meeting every other Friday. My 2020 People's Choice recipient is Katie Taylor.
Carrie Casey, and I teach Spanish here at White House Heritage. My award recipient is a young lady that won my heart when she sang a song that she learned in Miss Kirby's early childhood education class. It was about the days of the week and different animals, including a three-toed sloth. It had funny gestures to go with each day and animal. Watching her sing it and act it out was hilarious. She had no reservations about singing it to us and sang it quite confidently. I laughed so hard. From that point on, I knew this young lady was going to bring me a lot of joy. She greets me like she is genuinely excited to see me. She brings me Reese's and other gifts for Christmas, Valentine's Day, and my birthday. She tells me stories about her family and soccer and other things that are going on in her life, which I really enjoy. She asks me often to do a TikTok with her. I always decline, but I feel flattered that she asks. She is smart, kind, caring, and I love her sense of humor. She has definitely brightened my day on multiple occasions, and I'm really going to miss having her in class next year. My People's Choice Award goes to Savannah Jardy.
I was hired as the librarian in the middle of a school year, which can be a little bit intimidating. But one student stepped up to make sure that I had everything that I needed. This person greeted me with a smile when I first visited the school in December and continued to volunteer their time in the library even though it wasn't required. She became my go-to person every time I needed help understanding something new about the library or about the school. And she went above and beyond to help both me and any student who needed to know how to use the library. Chrislyn Mercer, you get.
Hi, I'm Jessica Crafton, and I teach English at White House Heritage High School. The People's Choice Awards here at Heritage are about recognizing those individuals who make a difference. My 2020 People's Choice is a person who, when he graduates, will leave a hole in the hallways. His smile is always genuine because he has learned how to be happy. My People's Choice was a hard worker when I had him in class. He was always the student in class who always tried to make sure everyone was okay. He would crack jokes if it meant making someone smile, but he never did it in a way that was disruptive. His time spent at Heritage hasn't always been easy. He's had the typical teenage drama and mishaps, but through it all, he's kept a smile on his face. My People's Choice is someone who doesn't hide that he struggles. He doesn't pretend that things don't get him down, but he doesn't let those bad things, those struggles, defeat him. He always gets up after any setback, and he always continues to move forward. My People's Choice and I have had our fair share of disagreements, but the outcome is always the same. We both leave the situation better than we started. Thank you for being mischievous, kind, caring, funny, hardworking, goofy, sarcastic. To my 2020 People's Choice winner, Val Courtney.
I would like to take this opportunity to recognize Cody Boyer. Cody, for whatever reasons, couldn't be with us on the football team last year, and he came back this spring. And as we were working out in the weight room, he was there with a positive attitude. Did a really good job, but what impressed me most was one day he was grouped up with a young kid, an 8th grader, and that he didn't know. But as they worked, he gave them positive words of encouragement and worked with him and had a really good attitude. And that's the kind of thing that I feel like we don't recognize enough, and I really appreciated what Cody did to take that opportunity to have a positive influence and positive reinforcement to that kid that he didn't know it all. I appreciate that, and that's why I wanted to recognize you, Cody, with my People's Choice Award. Thank you.
Good morning, Heritage fam. I am coming to you with a very special message for a very special 7th grader. So here we go. The first day of school can be intimidating, especially if you are new and everyone is waiting. Among the eager new faces, this bright soul smile was filling up all the spaces. Throughout the year of tackling new learning, this student's goals continued achieving and yearning. Always the first to help someone in need, and knowing that success comes from a good read. The future is bright for this young scholar, and it saddens me to know our classroom days together were getting smaller. Her positive attitude, determination, and willing spirit will help her the most. This deserving award goes to the amazing Allie Copulos. Congratulations, Allie. I really enjoyed having you in class this year and appreciate all your hard work and dedication, not just toward English, but toward being a great friend and helper in the classroom. So I hope you have a great day and enjoy this special award.
Helping, defending, carrying, lifting. The verbs people use to talk about us to other people are important. My People's Choice Award winner, I have seen helping other students with schoolwork they did not understand, defending his brother, carrying his girlfriend's books between classes, and lifting spirits with a gentle, strong, calm presence. He's been wearing an Air Force ROTC uniform lately, too. The Air Force would be lucky to have this young gentleman. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The chief factor in any man's success or failure must be his own character." Stephen King, you will be a success because your verbs speak volumes about the man you are going to be. Therefore, I am very happy to name you my People's Choice Award winner for 2020. Congratulations, Stephen.
So this message is for Alex Martin. I want to congratulate him. He won my People's Choice Award this year. If you don't know what People's Choice is, again, it's where a teacher picks the student who has most impacted them and that kind of thing. So I do have a speech for him, and here we go. Laugh as much as possible. Always laugh. It's the sweetest thing one can do for oneself and one's fellow human beings. That's a quote from Maya Angelou. This quote inhibits my People's Choice Award recipient. We all have those days in which we struggle to get through. My People's Choice Award has gotten me through those days. He is funny, charming, and just a great person to be around. My hope is that he never loses that sense of humor, and as Maya Angelou suggests, always laugh as much as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, my People's Choice Award goes to Alex Martin for always being that one laugh to get me through the day. So congratulations. Hopefully this has gotten to you and you're doing well and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully I'll see you when you guys come and get your school stuff too. So have a good one and congratulations again.
Hello, Elizabeth. Congratulations. I've selected you as my People's Choice Award winner this year. And this is what the plaque reads. I have selected Elizabeth House as the recipient of my People's Choice Award. Elizabeth is very inquisitive and persistent in class. That's very true. She has the desire to fully understand the topic of the day. She did not start off the year that way. She struggled on the first few tests, but her desire to succeed drove her to improve. I've had her in class both semesters, and she has excelled on every test since. If Elizabeth applies this drive in the future, she will be successful in whatever she pursues. Elizabeth, I've enjoyed having you in class this year. Hope you're having a great summer and
Hello,
stay
everybody.
safe.
Happy People's Choice celebration. This is Coach Head here, and let me first off just say how honored I am to be able to give this award. I know it's not quite what we're accustomed to doing, but hopefully we'll still, being able to do it this way, still give some glimpse of the joy that we get in giving this, and a little bit of the satisfaction from the recipient and their family that they would have gotten. So without further ado, let me read the little speech I had prepared. My 2020 People's Choice Award goes to a student who always lights up the classroom. A student who has a great passion to learn, to help others succeed, and generally brightens the day of those around her. People who make the world a better place are exactly what we need right now in this moment. And that is exactly why I am honored to announce Kylie Medlock as my People's Choice Award recipient. Kylie is smart, has a great personality, and is a very hard worker. She has taken multiple classes of mine over the past couple of years, and it's been great to see her growth, not just as a person, but also as a student. She's grown into a confident young lady that I know will be successful in whatever she does, and she is definitely a leader in my classroom. Congrats, Kylie. I hope to see you in my class again next year, and good luck in the future.
I'm Zach Holden. I teach social studies at White House Heritage High School. I'm going to read my speech to the student that's going to receive my People's Choice Award for the 2019-2020 school year. I would have preferred to do this in person, but with what's going on, this is the safest, most effective way of doing this and conveying this message. I had many students that are deserving of this People's Choice Award. Many that worked hard, studied hard, and were great representatives of our school. As I thought about which student would be most deserving of this award, I thought about the qualities that I look for in students. The student that I chose for this award did not talk the most or was the most vocal in our discussions. The student did not have the highest score in the class, and if he did, you wouldn't know it, as he's not a boastful individual. He didn't achieve a 100 in the course, but he did distinguish himself by these three things. First, his integrity. Every day the student met the standard and expectations of being a patriot. Every day he was in class on time and on task, engaged in the content. As a teacher, I didn't have to make sure the student was doing what he was supposed to do. He is not a verbose student, but an individual of few words, and his actions are always in line with what he says. But when he speaks, you better listen because there's usually something powerful and meaningful behind his words. Secondly, his inquisitive nature. As I previously stated, this student does not talk aimlessly, but asks great questions and adds insights. He is very interested in the content of history. Asking great questions is the basis of knowledge and understanding. He allows those questions to guide his learning. Often he would ask me questions that even I could not answer. Great questions that led him to better understanding the content. Lastly, his outstanding citizenship. This student is a great classmate, always treating others with respect in the school environment. He understands the importance of being part of the school community. It is apparent this individual holds his role as a part of the greater school community by his regard for knowledge and learning as he continues to seek new understanding. With his want for continued learning and his habit of putting others before himself, he makes this school a better place. In the words of Benjamin Franklin, well done is better than well said. I say well done, Nicholas. My People's Choice Award goes to Nicholas Williams. Nick, I wish I could personally shake your hand and congratulate you on this award. I look forward to the fall where hopefully we'll see each other and I can do that. I hope you're staying safe and I hope you have a great summer. Thank you, Nick.
I'm Erica Hoover. I teach biology and biostem at Heritage High School. What a strange ending to an otherwise great school year. I'm sad that I'm not able to see my students every day right now. I miss being in the classroom and lab with them, and while we're doing some online learning, it's just not the same. This experience has really emphasized for me how important our connections and relationships with our students are. This semester, I had the pleasure of teaching this student in biostem. The course is new, and I was pouring myself into planning and purchasing equipment and supplies. It truly was a labor of love. This young man showed equal enthusiasm and was ready to go on day one. One of the required materials for biostem is a simple composition notebook. Instead, he purchased a hardbound notebook specifically designed for laboratory work. He was serious about doing some science. Shortly after the semester began, he asked to be my service learner in my advanced biology class. He was a lifesaver. In addition to assisting me with biology, he would tend to task in the lab prepping for BioStem. He was great at seeing what needed to be done and doing it without me ever having to ask. We now share some great memories of the craziest school year ever. Crystal Violet mishaps, flaming the loop, making memes, and so many more. Devin Kirby, I'm so happy that I got to know you this semester. I'm so happy I got to teach you, even for a short while. You are a great scientist, and you are my 2020 People's Choice Award recipient.
This is Coach Logston, and my People's Choice for this year goes to a young lady who every day acted like she was in a bad mood, and every day said, I don't like school, I don't like school, I don't like school. However, you came to school and you made me smile every day, and I appreciate that. You're a good person, you're a good friend, I've seen you be a good friend, and you eat all my snacks at school. Look, a honey bun at home for me. So, Abby Privet, I am proud to have been your teacher this year. I am proud to have gotten to know you, and I'm very proud for who you've become. You are my People's Choice Award winner for this year.
Good afternoon, Patriots. Welcome to the 2020 People's Choice Awards. This time I'd like to present my award, but before I do, I'd like to say a few things about this student. Positivity and ability to overcome adversity are two traits that all of us would like to say that we possess. However, many of us do not. For a teenager to possess both at such a young age is not only unique, but astounding. It is easy to be positive when everything is going great. Real optimism, faith, and leadership are revealed in how you respond to adversity. This student exemplified all of these during a time when they were needed the most. When I first met this young man, I was immediately impressed in how he carried himself, his maturity level, and his overall zest for life. He has a relentless work ethic and high character which exemplifies what it truly means to be a good teammate. He is a fierce competitor who will one day use these skills and characteristics to make a difference in the world. He represents the heritage at the highest level, both on and off the court. I'm honored to give my People's Choice Award to Mr. Tay Francis. Congratulations. I look forward to see you in person.
Hey y'all, Coach Niblock checking in for People's Choice Award 2020. I've had to retreat to my garage for this. Noisy house, 2 kids, y'all know how it goes. But just wanted to recognize this person. Not going to read my whole speech. She's going to get a copy of this. She's going to get the adorable little picture that I drew to go along with it, because this person is very artsy, so I figured she deserved some form of art to go with the award. But Kelly Mamoli, she's brand new to this school, brand new to the community, brand new to the state, coming down from New York last fall, and I'm sure it can't be easy just stepping into something completely different from what you're used to, but man, she has made a fantastic impact on the school. And just the things that she did on a daily basis for my class, whether it's adding to classroom conversations, or just showing up as early as she could, right after the bell rang to draw a mural on my whiteboard. Just I know it brightened my day. It brightened other students' day. It brightened my son's day, who got off the bus and came and couldn't wait to see what new things she would draw on there. So it's just the little things that make a school environment special. And Kelly, no one has ever asked you to do any of that, and especially being brand new to the school, your second year of high school, man, you've really made an impact, and I just want to say thank you for that. And all of that was said with sincerity, regardless of what this irreverent mustache says. So anyway, but again, Kelly, can't wait to the day we get to see each other in class again, hopefully sooner than later, and stay safe.
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Benjamin O'Neill, and I am the choir/music teacher at White House Heritage High School, and it is good to be talking to you this morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the day you happen to be watching this. I'd just like to take a few moments to honor a very special student, my People's Choice Award for this year. Alrighty, for my 2020 People's Choice Award, I have selected a student who I've had the pleasure of seeing grow into a wonderful leader in my classroom and who has a spirit of fun and positivity. This student has always been eager to help me out in the classroom and is a natural leader in their section of the choir. The student was not always the most talkative student, especially at first, but it's been great to see their journey as they've gone from a quieter student to now being more outspoken. And one thing that I particularly love about this student is they have that ability that when they talk, other people listen, and they may not be talking all the time, which is a good thing because as teachers, that 24/7 talking could get on our nerves. But this student, when they say something, they listen, and that's something very cool. And they have a knack for some perfectly timed jokes that just crack me up. So it's been a real pleasure having this student, not only this year, but for the past 3 years. So for my People's Choice Award this year, it goes to Jillian Wren. Congratulations, Jillian!
The student that I chose for my People's Choice Award is someone who I have known since freshman year. Her smile is contagious and will light up a room. She is respectful, polite, and always a joy to have in my class. This person gets along well with all students and adults she works with and is always willing to help or donate her time to anyone who needs it. Her studies are a vital part of her life, and she demonstrates that grit that will support keeping her focused throughout college. On many occasions, she and I have spoken about her future and what she plans to do. There are no reservations on my part that she will not only succeed in her goals, but she will also do great things. And even though this chapter is ending, she's going on to bigger and better things, and I cannot wait to see what she does. With all that said, I'm pleased to announce that Ashley Roque is my choice for People's Choice Award. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Tony Richards and I teach 8th grade English Language Arts at Heritage High School. This is not how I thought I'd be presenting Teacher's Choice this year, but for this video it's important for my student to know how important she is to me. Once in a while, we are lucky enough as teachers to find a student who reminds us every day why it is that we get up and we come into the building and do what we do. We don't always get that opportunity. This student has been a great joy to have in class since she is very much a kindred spirit. She gave me the opportunity to discuss books, ideas, and hopes for the future. I am glad I am able to present this award to this young lady who, as her namesake, will be a light in the darkness in this world. My People's Choice Award goes to Lucy Coffey. Thank you, Lucy.
My People's Choice Award for 2020 goes to Elena Richardson. As I was considering my options, there were other students whose names popped up as being helpful and always encouraging others, but no one came up quite as often in my mind as Elena Richardson. Elena, you just do so much for so many. You're always supporting others. You're always looking for ways to help, to volunteer, to support other people's projects, just to be there. And you never seek recognition for yourself. And that's one of the things that really made choosing you for my People's Choice Awards just easy. So thank you, Elena Richardson. Thank you for all you do for others. Thank you for supporting others. Thank you for always being there in the trenches, as they say, to help others and to help everyone succeed. So my People's Choice Award is for Elena Richardson, and I thank you for all you
Hello, this is Miss Mother Goose coming in to read you our daily story. Today's story is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One 2, 3, 4, 5. Stuck at home, sakes alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't wait for these things to get back to normal again. 7, 8. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not supposed to be reading stories for these little ones today? That's right. I'm supposed to be telling you about an award. So let's go on and get on with that. Alrighty. When a student struggles with learning a science, I always remind them to just keep swimming and don't give up. This student struggled, but they did not give up, and they ended up with a higher grade. This student is also very active in many activities. Some are school-related and others are outside of school. Thanks to COVID-19 and the stay-at-home order, life has been difficult for this very sociable student. But I know that even a virus won't get this student down. This student always cheers on our heritage teams and is very positive. It is always difficult to choose one person for this award. This year, one person stood out. She is Morgan Bennett. Congratulations!
Hey everyone, Miss Cersei here. I am so excited to reveal my People's Choice Award recipient. My People's Choice Award goes to a student who was a true pleasure to have in class. He was self-motivated and eager to learn and tackle challenges head on. Even though life has not been easy for this young man, he faces every day with a positive attitude. He always has a smile on his face and something nice to say. In fact, I've never heard him complain. I'm impressed by his work ethic, both in and out of school. He manages a full class load and yet works every single day. Due to his situation, he's had to grow up quickly and face adult responsibilities. However, he's proved that he has the maturity and the self-determination to do his very best no matter what obstacles are in his way. Thus, it's my honor to present Baltazar Gasper with my People's Choice Award. Yay, Baltazar! Congratulations! I know that you're going to do great things with your life.
I first met my People's Choice Award recipient over 2 years ago, in the fall of 2017. He was a student in my 7th grade English class. He was quiet, fairly withdrawn, especially at the beginning of the year. It wasn't until the next year, when he had moved out of my class and become an 8th grader, that I truly began to know him better. We met each Monday and Friday afternoon, after school, and talked about his interests, his struggles in school. One day we talked about a creative writing assignment he'd been given by Mrs. Rue. This marked a turning point in our relationship. He'd always expressed an interest in becoming a developer of complex video games with complicated storylines, and it was at this point that I realized he could truly do it. As he began writing his story for Mrs. Rue, I learned what a truly vast imagination he has. He created complex characters and stories that I couldn't even dream of coming up with. He went on to develop worlds, cultures in his story, and he showed the dedication to continue to think about and to work on his story for months and years. Every Monday and Friday afternoon, I still look forward to talking with him, to find out how he's doing, to learn about his story, to read what he's written, and help him when he's struggling. He is truly an original thinker, a respectful and caring young man, and a joy to talk with. I just hope he allows me to continue talking with him in the years to come. For these reasons, I'm awarding my People's Choice Award to Xander Jackson. Congratulations, Xander, and I look forward to seeing you again when we get back to school.
The student I have chosen for my People's Choice Award winner is one I have come to admire and think a great deal of. Her first few years at Heritage were a little rough. When she would come to the office, it was sometimes not under the best of circumstances. In the past 3 years, she has chosen to turn her life around. She now comes to see me to tell me how she's making all A's and B's, or about a special project that she is working on. Sometimes she comes just to get a hug and a peppermint. She has become one of the hardest working students I know. I am so proud of her and all that she has accomplished in the past few years. My People's Choice Award goes to Miss Sarah Loafman.